This poem is called What a Boy Needs to Be a Man. I wish I would have memorized it too. What a boy needs to be a man is tough love. That gentle but aggressive kind of love that teaches him mental, physical, and emotional toughness, so people would think twice about pulling his card. He needs a man that teaches him how to properly brush his teeth, keep clean feet, and instead of being another lost nigga in these streets, do some soul searching in life and find what makes him feel complete. A man to teach him that life may seem all sweet through his innocent mind, but is very reflective to the game of chess. And as a young black man with countless odds stacked against his favor, like a competitive game of Jenga that's imperative to try nothing less than his best. A man to teach him that no one is coming to save him in life, so there's no benefit in whining or complaining, and to not expect any handouts, because that mentality will set himself up for long-term failure. As a man, he needs to not only learn the value of hard work, but also discipline, because as he gets older, he must understand through the trials and tribulations that mommy and daddy can't always be his savior. A man to teach him that he creates his own reality, and the path he walks amongst is in the hands of nobody else, and it's all for him to choose. That in life, he shall learn from the world around him, and since the pawns always go first, it would be wise of him to use them as his muse. A man to teach him that no matter how hard times get, or how much adversity he's experiencing internally or externally, the value of family can be one of his most valuable life assets when he builds a solid foundation, gather the right pieces, and hold the fort down properly. Teach him that the black woman is the most divine entity on the planet, and to find one that even on rough days, he'll cherish, respect, and honor. One that won't drag his name or masculinity through the dirt, turn him from Bruce to Hulk, but instead uses her feminine energy to teach and encourage him to be calmer. That his queen would be his most important asset on his team, and it's crucial he understands that's one piece he shouldn't mistreat or misuse. That as a man, he must learn how to operate in his masculinity to create order, and learn in heated moments that it's not conducive for him to engage in any form of emotional or physical abuse. A man to teach him that an investment in the wrong woman can tarnish his empire, cause him to lose sense of self, and destroy everything he worked hard for, so invest in the correct one wisely. If he doesn't, he'll eventually face the repercussions later in life, which will create harsh times and happen very timely. A man to teach him that chasing a woman can distract him from his purpose, and when he focuses on himself, they'll naturally attract towards his direction. When the right one comes along, he won't have to force a vibe because it's a genuine connection, or explain to her how much he loves words of affirmation and physical affection. What a boy needs to be a man is a man that gets in his chest when he's slacking, holds him to his word, keeps him in check, and right him on his wrongs, educates him on real life, how it's okay to not be gangster, smoke weed, drink lean, or replicate the life portrayed in all these different rap songs. A man to teach him that although the world tends to care less about the unspoken wars he faces daily as a man, but more importantly a black man, that it's okay to show emotion, and vulnerability doesn't make you weak. That it's not healthy or realistic to put on this mask and try to be this unfazed, macho man tough guy for all 7 days of the week. A man to teach him that his approach to life is a mental thing, and too much pride mixed with ego is a recipe for disaster. That he must utilize his ears, be open to criticism, and steadily work on his feelings and emotions, because as a man, those things are important to master. A man to teach him that he has both masculine as well as feminine energy within him, and it's necessary to keep a balance for the sake of his human existence. He must be in tune with his yin and his yang, to truly understand that it's the way of life, as opposed to putting up a resistance. In a world where the blind leads the blind, a boy needs a man to teach him the importance of being a leader and the dangers of being a follower. A man to teach him that you don't wear casual socks with professional dress attire, or how to be useful with his hands in the event that he has to change a flat tire. And most importantly, be not only a man of truth, but of his word and not a liar. All the small traits that becoming a man require. But a boy needs to be a man is a man who's once a boy.